Hey guys, and welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be reading and reviewing to One Piece chapter 1006. Excited to see what happens, so let's just get into it. First off, we get this awesome color page of Kaido and his crew. I'm always a little thrown off by colors of characters because you see them in black and white, and then when they finally get colored either in just this in a color spread or in the anime, it throws me off because it's not what I was expecting. I did characters that have blue. I feel like also Oda has just been really weird about colors lately by giving characters colored hair for no reason whatsoever. So I don't know. It's just weird. It's interesting that Drake is in this spread because it's he's not. I mean, he technically was part of the Toby Ropo, but he's kind of not anymore. Yeah, I like this spread. I think this is cool. You got King in the middle, right in front of Kaido, and oh, I'm just remembering that we're heading into some serious stuff with Kaido being transformed. Has it been was it 2 weeks? I don't know. Probably not. All right, performance floor, Skull Dome. They've escaped. The enemy leader Momonosuke has emerged from the sealed storeroom and escaped. I do not see Momonosuke anywhere, but there can be no doubt. Oh, you got Yamato smacking people around with her kanabo. Because Momonosuke's in her freaking chat, in her clothing. Ugh. Momonosuke is together with young Master Yamato. Ooh, Samurai of Wano General Momonosuke. Oh, that's what that's his title for them. He is. Oh God, I mean, I don't hate Momonosuke. Listen, I don't hate it, but I don't like the gags where it's oh, he's up against big boobs or whatever. This way, Shinobu. Can we choose a less visible route? Yamato is with. That's sentence words? Oh, I don't like how this is separated out. This is weird because it's two different speech bubbles, but it's one sentence. That's okay. Plus I don't like how that's written. That's dumb. Yamato is with one sentence. A kunoichi, a different sentence. Third floor of the castle. Another broadcast. Okay, so I get it. So that's supposed to be it's the feed is cutting in and out. So I take it back. They're going after Momo and Shinobu. And who's young Master Yamato? Hey you, which way is the sealed storeroom? Near the entrance to the Skull Dome. So that would be the opposite direction of Kinemon's group. So he's got to make a decision whether he's going to go help Kinemon, which they're fine. They'll be fine. They're messed up, but they'll be fine. Which side needs me more right now? This way or that way? This way. I bet he's going to Yamato. Oh. Onigashima entrance. So this is a lot of fighting going on. Oh no, right. Because Carrot and Wanda were fighting Perospero. Pedowin, whatever. Oh, what a shame this is for you. Moonlight Warriors. Oh, because they're it's getting cloudy out. That your potential victory should require the luck of the weather above. Listen to me, Yogara. Keep moving onward. Vengeance for Pedro. What did you think would happen? That you'd waltz into our home and set up a nice little picnic in the territory of the dreaded Big Mom pirates? If you didn't want to see your friend die, then you should have stayed in the forest and nibbled at the grass, rabbit. That's where you belong, Pedowin. Blah, blah, blah. And now, it galls me to have to work alongside the Animal Kingdom pirates. But it's time to show these children what the Emperors of the Sea are all about. Performance floor inside the dome. I can't go on. These blue flames are burning up physical stamina. And I'm almost at empty. Keep going just a bit longer or you'll turn back into an ice oni. Once that happens, you'll rampage until your willpower runs out, and then you'll really die. Keep a firm hold on yourself. Hey, I mean it. That raccoon dog is dealing with the same effects as he mixes the cure. Oh man, Chopper. Apu, we can't last any longer. The antibodies are right there behind them, but we can't get past the impenetrable defensive wall. Why do we have to suffer Master Queen's own virus? You know he's not the kind of boss who bestows mercy on crybabies. Oh, I don't like Apu. But sir, we have to deal with Diaz Drake, or X Drake, who's betrayed us, who joined the enemy for some reason, and the sudden arrival of the legendary Yakuza boss of Wano, Hyogoro the Flower. Ooh, so he could get big. Oh man, Boss Hyogoro, he's a badass. They're too powerful. We can't get close to that raccoon dog. Man, this is a good shot. This is a good shot of them. Why does he look like that? He was just a tiny little geezer a minute ago. Somehow he's reverted to the strength he had when Kaido was so relentless in trying to recruit him. Ugh, it's probably going to take a huge toll on him. Are these shivers of excitement? Boss, are you alright? Yeah, it's so cold, but I've always had a strong grip on my mind. Oh man. It seems that accidentally coming into contact with the virus has extracted all the strength I have to the very limit of my life. It may be burning the last remnants of my body for fuel, but I'll use this strength to cut down all of their main force. Man, Boss Kyogoro is great. I am a little afraid that he's gonna die. Hear me out, Yakuza leaders. Yes, boss. I don't think I have much time left. If that raccoon dog can't finish the medicine in time, and I begin to transform into an Ice Oni, I want you to put an end to me before I turn. Ooh, man, I hope he doesn't die. If you don't, then I will go on to slay every last person here, friend or foe, including you. I don't know, but he's right. If he turns into an Ice Oni, no one can stop him here. You must do this for me. Boss Hyogoro. Oh, is that so? The Mimawari Gumi will take you on. Let's see this legend. Flower one sword style. I bet your style's just some relic of the past, you old coot. Flaming hair of holy rage. Oh, he's got like some fire coming out of his head. I don't know. It's kind of like Brook's ice techniques, where it's like, oh, he like draws his sword and then he kind of like slashes past them, and it's only after that they all freeze. So that's kind of like that. That's cool. Haha, let me tell you, Odin. There are times I think about what would have happened if I'd challenged Kaido with you back at the peak of my strength. But just look at what your followers have done. They pulled off this raid in your name, and I too have gained a most fascinating apprentice. Ooh, yeah, because he was helping Luffy learn how to use Rio. I have no doubt. Hey, he's gonna wipe out the entire floor. That dawn will come to Wano. Not so fast, you. Oh god, Queen's gonna blast him with a laser beam. Look out, here comes Master Queen's beam attack. Phoenix Brand. No, because Marco's still around. Hey, that hurt. What was that? What was that? A shockwave? You're supposed to be fighting me, remember? Marco, you don't even get to think about those samurai until you finish me off. I like Marco a lot. Marco's so cool. Ooh, nope, not a double page spread. This is just one of those weird pages. Damn it, you just won't go down. Die already. Blah! He's like shooting his laser beams. Oh, and King coming through with his sword, cutting off a wing. Ooh, new technique coming from Bluebird. Ooh, some weird like feather stuff, and then the flames come out of his fingers. Oh, bluebird. Uh-oh. King looks actually kind of worried. Oh, oh, snap. Stupid cocky bird man. Oh. Oh. Oh, snap. Craned talons. Better hurry, raccoon dog. Holding off two guys worth over $1 billion at once is pretty tough. Man, he is so, like, do we have Marco's bounty? Because, like, obviously bounty isn't everything, but, like, it's a good, it gives you a good idea of just, like, where they stand compared to, like, everybody else in general. Marco is very strong. Marco is, like, I mean, like, I don't know if he'll defeat, ultimately, King and Queen, but he's, like, holding them back. Like, we just got a panel of King looking kind of worried that that he was about to get stomped, and then meanwhile Queen is just getting like smacked around by Marco. This is kind of really messed up in a good way, obviously. Oh man. All right, that's it. Uh, hmm. Why? Who should I spy over there but Marco? Pedowin, Perosparrow. He looks rather exhausted to me. Pedodin. Gah! Everyone's turning back into Ice Oni. Now we're in danger from both the virus and Oni. Do it. I want it to end this way. Oh, I bet the chapter's gonna end with Chopper being like, "Yo, no, I got it. We good." I feel as though heaven has rewarded me with the final role to play, and longer and I would only put your lives in danger. I leave the rest in your hands. Here ends the life of Hyogoro the Flower with no regrets. Next chapter, March 14th. We're not getting a break. I don't know. Does he die? This was okay. So this chapter was like, obviously it didn't focus on a lot of the like big characters that we've had in the last number of chapters, like with Luffy and Kaido and even like the Straw Hats to some degree. I mean, obviously Chopper was around, but he's busy working on his stuff. So this was a kind of just to see what like everybody else was doing kind of chapter. I liked it enough. It's not my favorite chapter that we've gotten. But I think it sets us up for some really good stuff. I think Chopper is just on the precipice of getting the virus underhand. I'm really interested. I want to see more about Yamato, because so far he has just been running around with Momonosuke, and it just seems like Oda's trying to like keep them busy until he has something for Yamato to do. Meanwhile, I'm wondering, like, here's the thing. So eventually Sanji is going to come into contact with Yamato, and there will be some swooning, and there will be some stuff, and I wonder if they mesh together. Obviously, like, whatever. But like, I wonder if like Yamato just like brushes him away. It's just like, okay, whatever, and he's like, it more so in a way that like he normally gets. But yeah, so he's probably heading somewhere. Maybe to Yamato, maybe to Kinemon. We still don't know who was helping the samurai. It was somebody. I thought maybe it could have been Robin at one point, but clearly not. So who could it be? Maybe Toki. I don't know. Either way, this chapter was kind of interesting. We got a lot of Perosparrow. Obviously, Carrot and Wanda are down, and they might get back up. It didn't seem like a very final thing for them. It just seemed like, oh, he defeated them, and then he moved on. And it definitely seems like he needs to get his comeuppance at some point, and I think maybe whether the clouds dissipate again and the moon comes back and they finish him off or not, I think they'll come back and save him, or not save him. I think they'll come back and finish him off in some capacity, and he'll be surprised. As far as Boss Hyogoro is I feel like, okay, so we jumped around a lot, and he was actually a pretty big focus in this chapter, and I like him a lot. I really like Boss Hyogoro, and I'm on the fence about whether I want him to die or not, because sometimes dying is a good character growth moment. Obviously, it kind of ends there because it's like they're dead. But I think he's the kind of character that, like, if he dies in this way with, like, oh, the other Yakuza bosses cutting his head off before he turns, um, I think that would be fitting. I think it would be good. I think it would be a good he's dying with a certain amount of respect, and he's dying as himself rather than like turning fully into an Oni and uh going on a rampage and then having to be killed. But honestly, I could also see it being the kind of thing where it's like the next chapter, immediately Chopper's like, wait, wait, everybody stop. Everybody calm down. I got it. We're good to go. I could definitely see it being the kind of thing where he's like saved right at the like final moment of him about to have his like head cut off. So that's really cool. I think honestly, like, as much as I like Boss Yogoro and he got a bigger showing, I think, in this chapter, I like Marco more, and I'm really excited to see more from him. It seems like King and Queen are like about to do something like nuts. Maybe have we seen them in their like hybrid forms yet? I don't know. I know that like Queen has kind of gone into. He's at the very least transferred through it and then gotten into his full like Brachiosaurus form, and we've definitely seen King in his full animal form. But I don't know if they've transformed into their like hybrid forms, their strongest forms. That might be where they're headed next. And I have a feeling that Marco will eventually be taken down, but he's doing pretty good to hold them back. I like him a lot. I've always liked him. I like his powers, and I like the fact that he's still got some tricks up his sleeves, even though we've seen him kind of like do a lot since the war at Marineford. I mean, granted, he's missing, but every time we see him, he's doing something really cool for the most part. So I like what he's got to show. I'm looking forward to seeing him do more. I bet he gets trounced by King and Queen at some point, and then somebody will have to come save him. Whether it be maybe Sanji, honestly, shows up, and it's like, oh, we're supposed to think he's we're supposed to think he's headed towards Kinemon or Yamato, and then ultimately he shows up in the courtyard and is like, I'm gonna fight Queen or something like that. So that could be something. I forget. Maybe like I honestly don't know who else. Maybe he tag teams with Marco. I don't know who else would fight in that right now, because right now everybody else is kind of in some kind of engagement. So I don't know. Maybe Drake cuts off. Like, I mean, I don't know, because Drake is still protecting Chopper. But if Chopper ends up being done with the medicine, maybe honestly, maybe Chopper and Sanji fight King and Queen. That would be an interesting thing. Chopper going into his monster point, and Sanji getting off into his raid suit. That would be really cool. But yeah, I enjoyed this chapter. Maybe not as much as I liked some of the other chapters. I'm glad that there's no break next week. I'm glad that we're kind of getting like multiple chapters in a row. That helps a lot. Obviously, we still have Kaido going into his hybrid form. I have a feeling we won't see that for another like chapter or two. I suppose we could get it next chapter, but I feel like Oda is like throwing us that like, oh, his silhouette, and then we won't see him for like a month and a half or two or something like that, and it'll just be like, oh, okay. But yeah, so that's this chapter 106, not 106, 1006. I liked it enough. Not my favorite chapter, but I thought it showed some pretty cool stuff with Marco and Boss Yogoro, and kind of sets us up for some interesting dynamics and fights for the future. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section about this chapter. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? Let me know. What do you think about Marco? And if you enjoyed this video in any way, make sure to leave a like. I would greatly appreciate it. I will see you guys in another video soon. Bye-bye. Oh, I just realized I never actually read the title of the chapter. The Honorable Hyogoro the Flower. Yeah, that makes sense.